Round 1 of Season 14, and we are in Jeddah. U-Cable on pole from Ravo and Jaco Tigranes. Then it's Inet Babner starting 4th from Pastor Maldonado and Enoch Huey. Wallace de Klerk on his return, he's 7th from Leo and Mojave Ragunathan. And it's Sebe Campo, Theodore Schumacher, Yuki Suo starting on the hards today. Alongside him is Marcus Nelson in 13th. Then it's Daf Sanchez and F1 World, Neil Rez and Saloth Kynes. Then it's Daniel Bogdasarov, the third of our hard tire runners today, from Akari, David Camino, Bob, and then it's JD Venter. Season 14, and after the absolute brilliance that was 12 and 13 before it, will we see more great racing as all 5 lights go on here in Jeddah? Season 14 is green, and that's a pretty even start from the top 2 there. Inet Babner is trying to draw alongside with Jaco Tigranes, who is trying to slot into the middle of the race leaders as we now barrel down towards turn number 1. Here in Jeddah, Ravo trying to send it around the outside, U-Cable getting the better traction on exit. So U-Cable still leading the way, just about not anymore. Ravo slides it up the inside, his hyperdrive teammate right behind him, but U-Cable still trying to fight for that P2 on this first lap of the race, but he's just about giving it up. And we've got a virtual safety car out of the race. Has gone Jaco Tigranes up ahead there, missing his tire is Jaco Tigranes. And he's gone out, and I'm pretty sure that was because of a shove from Leo. We missed that. But Leo, the Pinnacle Formula E team, currently up in 4th position. Great stuff coming from Pinnacle FE this season, it could seem, with one of their drivers already up in the top 4. But Hyperdrive Racing leading the way, a 1-2 with the Italian, who currently be leading the field. And we go green again. It's Ravo from Babness, from U-Cable, from Leon. We now come up towards the penultimate turn of the track. This long turn here. DRS will be available on the 2nd lap. JD Venter getting himself up in 20th position. He started in last place, remember, for Mercedes Formula E team. Not to be confused with Mercedes EQ. Let's see. On to the 2nd lap of 12. It's Ravo from Babness from U-Cable. That's your top 3 currently. If Leo trying to maybe stage an overtake, but Ocampo behind them. Looks as if he could have tried to get past Enoch Huey there. Someone who did try and get past another driver is Theodore Schumacher. Tried to get past Mojave Ragunathan for P10. They're side by side going into the chicane. Not quite colliding there. Just about clean enough to be called racing and not an all-out dog fight. Sanchez now trying to get past this Skoda car ahead of him for P11. And we've got another VSC as Bob is out of the race. There is Bob. For Renault Edams, the 2nd crash in this E3. JD Venter is now up into 11th place. Hyperdrive still lead this one though. Gonna see if we can get some team radio in for this. Virtual safety car is ending now. I have the team radio up on my phone now, so we're gonna see if we can get anything pulled out. But Babness, 2/10 of a second behind his own teammate. Will they be allowed to race here because Babness is on the quicker tire? We'll find out now. Coming through the final turn, Babness on the outside, Ravo on the inside. And Babness pulling out to the inside line there. And I believe, yeah, Babness takes the lead of the E3, but U-Cable with the fastest lap. U-Cable sends it down the inside on Ravo to take 2nd place here in Jeddah. What a move from the Season 10 champion, seasoned veteran. And it shows in how he makes his moves. Now looking with these leaders, there's still not even a second within them. And we've got yellows in the 1st sector then. That's likely at the same part of the track we've seen many other cars retire. And if we can find who it's for, it would be very nice. I had a balance. After that, DRS overtake took the lead of the C3. And I think it might have been to do with JD Venter. So, is it with Solos Times? It's not with Times. I think it's just JD Venter touching the wall a little bit, and they got a little excited to press the caution button. Even then, Pastor Maldonado trying to get past Leo here. Leo going for a podium position for Pinnacle. Sending it down the inside is Pastor Maldonado. Up into 4th place, but the Jaguar driver is into the pit. Has come Leo. Fastest lap of the E3 going to Pastor Maldonado at 123.250. Theodore Schumacher also coming in. He's not received any team radio yet. Carlos Kimes also pitting. The top 4 literally separated by nothing. Cable almost went off. He did go off. Almost went into the barriers there. That left him vulnerable for Ravo and Maldonado to try and take P2. And we've got a VSC for MIE. And that is Mealres, who has touched the wall. He's missing part of his car. He's missing part of his tires. Davnis has run away with the lead. I don't know how he's been able to do that. But it's another DNF for a Renault Edam's car. Which means they'll leave here today with 0 points. Unfortunate for this team. VSC ending, then we go green again. Davnis somehow pulling out a lead of 6 seconds there. I don't know how he's been able to do that, but I don't think it's quite legal. There will be investigation into it later on in the race. Maldonado has taken 2nd place from Ravo here. Another Kiwi trying to fight this battle as well. Cable drops down the order. He's got a puncture! Oh no! And Cable, the season 10 champion, the pole sitter of today's race. He's out of the running and out of the race, it seems, because Theodore Schumacher has just hit the Braun GP car. Carlos Kimes is coming up to take the position there. Into the pits comes almost the entire field. We're lucky we don't have a safety car. But Cable, and he's got a long way back to the pits. Unfortunate for the Brits in the 89 car, but if he can fight back from this, he can at least try and salvage a single point. JD Venter, by the way, up in 5th place. Are those the same soft tires he started the race with? They are the same softs he started the race with, so he's probably going to pit is the number 23 for Mercedes EQ. He's going to suffer from a loss of traction, but if the data we have here on the telemetry from the practice sessions is correct, he should be fine to make it to the pits. But it's going to be worrying. 23% on that steering wheel. So that means he could have a puncture if he just goes a little bit off track, but he's following in the slipstream of Marcus Nelson. He's got DRS from Marcus Nelson ahead of him. He's going to get another helping of DRS since he wasn't able to pass him. So coming through this now, the longest turn on the calendar. Can he get past that Lamborghini Mako car, the sole Lamborghini Mako car in the race? And I don't know if he's close enough. He is not close enough to make the overtake. If he stays out, it would be absolutely catastrophic, so he comes into the pits. Leo now will inherit their positions. Could Leo lead this race? Leo leads! Leo for Pinnacle Formula E team at half race distance has made the undercut of all undercuts. But hold your breath, because Einar Babnis is right on the back of that Pinnacle Formula E car. Leo pit 2 laps earlier, so he's going to have to pit pretty soon as well. But as for now, Pinnacle Formula E team hold a 110 finish. If they can just get this home and hold off Einar Babnis for as long as they humanly can. MF1 World has had an incident facing the wrong direction. Is the Skoda car in the wall? Is the Skoda car? What has happened here? Track's been cleared, they say. As now he tries to come out. He's missing part of his front wing. So that must have been a collision with another driver. I don't know who that other driver would have been. no one's really dropped any more positions than you would have thought if they had, you know, penalties, stuff like that. But Iron Badness, he's hounding the back of this man and Leo in that 30 car for Pinnacle Formula ET. I think they might want to pull him into the pits soon. But this lap is not that lap. And because of that, Badness, he's right on the back of him. My tablet screaming out for help even though I plugged it in. JD Venter with the track limits warning. A warning for overtaking here is Iron Badness. He sends it down the inside on the Pinnacle car. And that was quite possibly the easiest overtake we've seen at that chicane. He's pulled out almost an entire second on Leo behind. At Salas Kynes, he's lost the position to Sebo Campo and Mahavir Raghunathan. Taylor Schumacher trying to get into this fight as well. There is Salas Kynes right ahead of the number 90 car and right ahead of this pair. Almost into the wall with Mahavir Raghunathan. This is a four-way fight for fourth. With two mini fights for fourth and sixth in there as well. Chick Clerk getting into this fight as well as they now funnel through single file as they head towards the second sector. UK Ball with the fastest lap down in 18th position. Marcus Nelson setting the fastest first sector of anyone, but Iron Badness still leading the way on lap 7 of 12. Clerk currently 6th, silently trying to find a way to get past Sebo Campo, the Philippine superstar of last season. Yuki Suo setting the fastest second sector of anyone. He's currently in 9th place for Rodin Toyota. And I do believe this will be a 2-stop race. The man currently, who started in 2nd, Bravo, currently in 11th place. Leo has come into the pits again. I do believe Malnado's staying out, so he will inherit that 2nd place. Raghunathan comes in, along with Salas Kynes. Badness from Maldonado, from Ocampo, from Clerk. And Long was just Clerk here. On his return to single-seater racing, because remember, he was in the WRC for a season. On a season out. He could try his best, and Inocui has had an incident. He's facing the wrong direction as well, and it's out of the race. Leo has absolutely pile drived that Red Bull car, and his teammate coming up to the scene of the incident now. I don't believe the car is still there. It is not still there. But Leo, the man who was leading the race earlier on, he's gonna suffer. He's missing part of his front wing. Leo missing part of his front wing, sadly. Virtual safety car is ending, however, so he will not be able to come into the pits too quickly. And I think he just came in. Yeah, he just came into the pits. Now he's got to make another pit stop. For the Pinnacle driver, it could have been a race win as long as he strung everything together, but that one mistake has likely just cost him the race. Iron Badness, however, 9 seconds ahead of Pastor Maldonado. As long as he doesn't have a puncture or comes into any conflict, this is a done deal for the Romanian driver. The Romanian who burst onto the scene in Season 3 with one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. A rookie season that was only bested by Sebo Campo, who has come into the pits. In comes Wallace to Clerk. Out comes Wallace to Clerk. And yet there was a little bit of stuttering on my tablet. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I think it's just because I restarted my tablet just now, but you know, it's completely fine. 9 of 12. Bravo in the number 7 car, Hyperdrive Racing. With Yuki Suo right on his tail. Suo will get the triple DRS if he doesn't make his way past soon. Still behind by the end of the lap. But Ravo, this man, he was leading the race for quite a bit of time. And he's currently down in 3rd, and he's likely to come into the pits on this lap as long as Hyperdrive don't call in his teammates less. He probably will, however. Top two probably will come into the pits at the end of this lap. We'll see if we can get some team radio. As we currently look at JD Venter and Yuki Suo fighting over P4. Suo has been passed by JD Venter, the South African driver who will get his own home race in East London. And Carlos Carnes now with the track limits warning is into the pits. As I predicted, Babinas and Maldonado in. Ravo will take the lead. Let's see if we can get some team radio now. UK ball with the fastest lap, the fastest second sector rather of the Prix. Still got that fastest lap. Carlos Carnes takes it from him, currently in third place. It's a 1:21.166. 1.5 seconds quicker than what anyone else could muster. He's flying. Akari with a time penalty for causing a collision coming through the chicane. And that opens up the lap. Maldonado and Leclerc side by side. Let's see. That is Maldonado getting ahead. And Camino now trying to fight his way up into higher positions if he can. Camino currently in 11th. Raw GP with their new partnership with Honda. Not really working out too well for them. In fact, for the teams with new partnerships, that's Mercedes, Braun and Toyota, they're not really doing as well as they would have wanted to. I mean, they're not out of the race as Camino now gets passed by JD Venter. And I do believe Camino will get DRS to try and re-overtake the number 23 car. So stay tuned to see if he can. It's a three-way fight for 10th here. This is the last points-paying position. And Akari now with the track limits warning. Camino has just been passed by JD Venter quite efficiently. And I do believe Ravo in the pits. Ravo, the number 7 car in the pits. 20% tire wear. He's going to be on soft tires to the end of the race. We're on the penultimate lap of the T3. Babinas from Ocampo from Kynes. But can Kynes get past the number 76 car ahead? Sends it down the inside. He looks to the inside. Now he sends it. And he's taken second as long as he can get better traction than the DSM's ready, but he just can't. Mahavir Raghunathan smells blood. If he can get past these two drivers, he will be up in second place. And that is a very good point-paying position for Red Bull Formula E team, whose 26th entry has retired from the race. Kynes, however, keeping Raghunathan honest here. That number 69 car. He's going to have to look for another opportunity to try and get past. JD Venter setting a fastest first sector of anyone. He's up in 9th with Wallace Leclerc and Akari ahead of him, but he's going to get past his teammate. Didn't look to be too hard of an overtake. If he can get past Akari here, it would be absolutely sensational. And he's just not quite close enough yet. The man who is heading up this part of the field is Pastor Maldonado, currently in 5th place. Almost looked there were yellow flags being flown there. And he sends it, does JD Venter. He's going to still get DRS to try and attack Theodore Schumacher. But that is 7th place for JD Venter. Pretty good move there from the Mercedes driver. It's been a while since McLaren's actually been in this championship. We go on to the final lap then. JD Venter up into the 6th place. If he can just get this move done on the straight, it could even be 5th place. He can see right ahead of him, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is, yeah, that's Sebo Campo. Sebo Campo now currently in 2nd, and that is the other Jaguar of Carlos Carnes currently in 3rd place, holding up that final point pay position and spinning is Theodore Schumacher. Kari hitting the back of that Skoda car, who is still facing the wrong direction, we believe. Yeah, he is in the wall still, coming out of it now. Leo has gone past. UK Ball's going to be the next one to come up, and he is out. Virtual safety car. Look at the midfield. Look at how much chaos they're going to have to reorganize themselves just to get the order back in how it's meant to be. But out in front, the Romanian number 14. He entered this championship driving the number 6. I can check this on my phone. He entered this championship driving the 6, but now he's in the number 14 car for Hyperdrive Racing. never really driven for this team in any capacity, but on his first opportunity to show his old employers at Mercedes why he was such the talent, he comes to the final turn, and Iron Babness will win the Jeddah Prix for Hyperdrive Racing across the line, and it's going to be a 7-second lead from Sabo Campo and Carlos Kynes, the number 55, just about holding on to his final position. Maldonado might actually not be ahead for much longer. He was ahead of JD Venter, so JD Venter currently 6th. Can Ravo come home with any points as he comes across the line? It is still only 12th. As we see Ucable come across the line now. My oh my, what an opening to the season. This is your podium then. First time of asking for Hyperdrive Racing, and for the first time in series history, Hyperdrive come home to take home the first race of the season. And it's with Ida Bamless, no less, from Seb Ocampo, continuing that incredible run of form from season 13 into this season, and Carlos Kynes in 3rd place with Jaguar. Then it's Mahavira Gunathan, Pastor Maldonado, JD Venter, and Yuki Suo. Then it's Wallace Clerk, David Camino, and Dav Sanchez rounding out your points finishers. Ravo just outside of the points for Hyperdrive Racing from Marcus Nelson, Daniel Boktasov, and Leo. Then it's Akari, Ucable, MF1 World rounding out your finishes. Your non-finishers were Theodore Schumacher and Okui, the 2 Renault Edams cars of Milrez and Bob and Jaco Tigranes. The driver standings, it's basically the same as what I've just read out, so I don't need to do it again. But in the constructor standings, going into the next round in Santiago, Jaguar lead the way on 26 points from Hyperdrive Racing on 25. Then it's DS Andretti on 18 points, and there's a tie for 4th place with Red Bull and Mercedes. Then it's Rodin Toyota, Braun GP, and your non-scorers so far are Renault Edams, Lamborghini Mako, Skoda Volkswagen, and Pinnacle FE. So we'll see you guys next time then for the Santiago E-Prix.